first working set was with the 100 pounds. Second one is with the 105. And the thing that I'm focusing on today is to use a fuller, slightly more controlled tempo, fuller range of motion, slightly more controlled tempo. Because the fast explosive reps have been helping, but I just think I got a little bit out of control, took them a little too far, and I just don't think I was getting as good of a stretch on the muscle. Same thing with the biceps. Let's bump this up a little bit. Okay, so we're resting to full recovery. So 5-6 minutes rest. This will be set 3. I'm gonna go for 13. I kind of jimmy rigged the weight too to add a extra 5 on there. So 105 pounds, controlled, still trying to explode, but focusing a little bit more on that range of motion, extending a bit further, stretching a bit further. Let's go. There's the jimmy rig. Lock the cues in. Shoulders down, elbows into the mirror. Get that good stretch. And then explode. Finish it. Come on. Well, that's a good set. So, I'm really trying to focus on, getting a bit more of a stretch. And I don't want to completely lock out, but in the previous workouts, that range of motion was really getting short. So, trying to focus on letting the weight drop back a bit further and then extend a bit more. And the reps have come down. 12 reps. Previously, I was doing like 16, 17 with a faster tempo and less range of motion. As a kind of a fine balance of I want to push with a bit of speed and explosiveness because I found that that's worked really well to progress the weight, but balancing that with control, and it's just that sweet spot that I went a little bit too fast there. So we're back and drop the weight down a little bit. So I don't care about the weight. The weight really doesn't matter. I just want to have a workout that creates muscle growth. Rest a little bit more, and then we'll do third set of curls. Okay, so this will be our third set of hammer curls. And I'm almost finished my pre-workout. I kind of like to drink it throughout the maybe first half of the workout. I find it gives me sustained energy. There's a little bit of carb powder in here too. Carbity carb. I'm resting about 2 to 3 minutes in between that last set of triceps. I want to let my central nervous system fully recover. And the biceps have had probably a full 6 minutes rest. That's why I think supersetting is the way to go, because it makes your workout more efficient. And then you can take advantage of letting each muscle rest for an extended period of time, which I've found to universally be more effective for muscle growth, no matter what style of workout you're doing. And if you're just going to do straight sets of biceps and rest 6 minutes in between, go ahead, but you're going to be in the gym for fucking ever. Okay, the 55s, I'm going to go for 13. The tricky thing with biceps is, again, I want to be controlled, but I want to be explosive. And obviously you can use a lot of swinging and momentum, so I'm trying to limit that while also pushing with max intensity and some speed. Let's go. Squeeze the glutes, brace your core so you don't swing. Let's go. Ooh, that was a good set. Oh, give me a fucking minute. Damn. Oh, something I've found helpful with the biceps on the hammers is to not let the weight come too far back. As I'm lowering the weight down, I'm kind of looking at it with my peripherals, and I don't want to see it go to my side. Because I find once I do that, I start to swing more. Whereas if I stop like here, it forces more of the tension to stay on the bicep. I have to control the weight more on the eccentric. As I'm trying to use that explosive burst up, I focus on keeping the weights like in line with my legs or in front, but then more control stays there because it's tough to do um, if you're pushing with explosive tempo. Step 5. I didn't record 4. Just wanted to focus more. And I got 11 reps on the last set with the 105, which is kind of the bottom of the rep range that I want to work in. So I'm going to drop the weight down to the 100 for set 5, and we'll probably do 6 sets. So depending on how many I get with this, I might drop it again. Probably not, though. Maybe like another minute of rest. If you're not timing your rest, which most people don't, I think it's a big mistake if you're trying to progress, because usually when I ask people like, oh, how many sets are you doing, what rep range, how much do you rest, people like shrug, they have no idea. And if you're trying to track your progress and improve, I think it's really important to keep your rest times consistent from one session to the next. You can change them, but on purpose. Not just like, oh, you got distracted talking to this person or it felt like you were ready for a set. I think it's something that, as you get more experience, is a little detail that you can take advantage of, and making sure you rest around the same amount of time. Because if I took an extra 3 minutes of rest, the set, I'd probably be able to do more work or more output. Or if you rest way less, right? And if you're just kind of roughly gauging it by how you feel, I think you're missing out. So usually I just use the clock in the gym, get a rough gauge of, I want to rest about 6 minutes in between each set of triceps. So probably ready to go. Good stretch at the bottom, extend it further up. I'm keeping my shoulders down, pointing my elbows into the mirror. Let's go, come on, everything you got. It's gotta be intense. Shoulders down, elbows in. Get that good stretch. Burst. Finish it, finish it. Oh, it's crazy how much the reps and weight decrease when you change the tempo and the range of motion. But I think also it's important to distinguish if you care more about being strong or building muscle, because although the two are coincided, I think you're going to miss out on gains if you're prioritizing the weight, and vice versa. I'm not going to tell you what your goal is. If you want to be strong, go for that. If you want to build muscle, go for that. But I think once you get to a certain point, in particular if your main goal is to build muscle, that you just stop caring about the weight and focus more on moving the muscle and doing things that are your number one priority should be trying to stimulate growth. And sometimes that it's an advantage to not give a fuck about the weight if that's your main goal. And then you might end up using heavy weights, but the priority is moving the muscle and how the muscle feels, not necessarily what the number is on the dumbbell or the barbell. Okay, 5th set of curls. I probably could drop the weight, but I'm going to do one more set with the 55s. I think I got 12 on the 12 or 13 on the last one. There's a fucking grinder, so we'll shoot for 12. Well, let's go for 13. And you should always try and match your reps from the previous set. You're not always going to get it, but I find it's advantageous to force yourself to try to get that previous number. That way you're always challenging yourself, because as you do more and more sets in the workout, you're going to fatigue more. So if you can continuously get the same amount of reps as the workout goes on, then you're not pushing the sets hard enough. If you're pushing the sets to failure, then you should kind of slowly drop reps. First set you get 14, second set 13, third set 13, fourth set 12. Something like that is what it should look like. But I like to try to match the previous set just so I make sure I'm pushing myself. So let's go for 13. Controlled aggression. Come on. Holy tits. Holy tits. Oh. I think I pushed myself so hard my fucking cock inverted. Now that fine balance with the curls of pushing with that intensity without fucking your form up. So another thing I find useful, if I squeeze my glutes, I brace my core for a punch, and I don't bend my knees at all. As you start to fatigue, that little knee bend, that'll come in. So keep the knees straight, braced here, glute squeeze, so everything is just staying solid. And then again, not bringing the dumbbells too far back. If you only finish here, you can't really get much swing if you keep them right here at the bottom. Whew. I blasted that out, it was good. I'm going to take you through the finisher. So it's a series of drop sets with a super slow tempo, like a 3-4 second negative. I'm really focusing on getting the stretch at the bottom, and I find I get a lot of activation in my chest and my lats as stabilizers because I'm taking the workout to such intensity. And if you've been going to the gym for a while and you're not seeing results, you are consistent, you don't miss sessions, but you're still not getting anywhere, you pay attention to this, because I think what a lot of people miss is the extreme intensity. And as you get more advanced, and if you are consistent, you need to find a way to kind of elevate your mentality so you can push yourself harder. And this is a good example of that. So I'm going to take off this hat because I'm going to sweat. Here's a bit of a mess. Whatever. Okay, here we go. All aboard the pain train. Slow negative. Stretch. Shoulders down. Elbows into the middle. You know what I'm saying? And notice the dumbbell stays in motion the whole time. I don't pause at the top or the bottom. So now we're going to drop like 15 pounds. So I'm going to go 85 down to the 70, and no rest, just the time it takes you to change out the dumbbells. Deep breath. Now we're going for 5 reps less than what I got on the first set. So I got 12, so I'll go for 7. So let's go. I think I get 8. Slow negative. Now we go down by 10 pounds to the 65. The first drop's a little bigger, as if you think about the percentage decrease in weight. When the dumbbell is heavier, you have to drop more total pounds to get a comparable percentage decrease. Quick maths. So 85, 75, 65. Let's go 8. Whew, come on, boy. What you got? What you got? What you got? Only 7. Oh, 55 now. Oh, 7 on the last one only, but still going to aim for that 8. It's funny how big of an effect just putting a different number in your mind can have on the set. You want to get that number, but don't sacrifice your form. It's also part of the challenge. Let's go 8 with the 55. Come on. Stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fucking hurts. Okay, now we gotta go down by just 5 pounds to the 50. Still go for 8. Just 85, 7, 70. No, 85, 70. Oh, yeah, I fucked up. Because I think whatever. We're in it now. I think I dropped to the 65 when I should have done 60. I don't know. Fuck. We're gonna go just down 5 to the 45. Package deal. 45 and then the 40. I fucked something up in the drops there, but doesn't really matter. We'll go for 8 again. Yep, come on. Come on, boy. 1. Yep. 2. 3. Fuck. Ow. It's temporary pain. Last one. Don't hesitate. Don't fucking hesitate. 8 reps. It's the only thing you gotta do. 8 good reps. Fuck. Hurts. Ooh. Takes a second for the burn to go away. That shit'll fuck you up. I think I went 85, 70, 65, 55, 50, 45, 40, whatever. 7 weights. No rest. Slow controlled tempo. That'll fucking burn your muscles and give you an insane pump. But more than anything, forces you to really push through a lot of pain, which I think a lot of people don't have. And it's a big advantage if you can develop that in the gym. Biceps finisher, which is going to be the same thing as triceps. Slow controlled reps, like 7 drops. And we'll drop 15. Just gonna adjust this. First drop, 15 pounds down. That's 10. That's 20. Put the 2.5 back on. As little rest as possible. And we got 12. So we'll do the same thing. The idea would be to drop 5 reps, but I'm a fucking psycho, so let's just drop 4. Go for 8. 1. Shoulders back. 2. 3. Oh, I got a banger. 4. Yeah. 5. Now, let's just drop 10 pounds. Another 8. Drop it down another 10. It's actually feeling a bit easy than I want it to. So I'm going to keep going for 8s, but I'm going to slow down the reps even more. Makes it a bit harder. I'm not suffering quite as much as I'd like to be. I want to feel like I can't get it. 4, yeah. Slow, slow, slow. Okay, now we're just going to drop 5. Because again, it's just feeling a little bit too manageable. I want it to feel like, you don't think you can make it. It feels almost impossible. It's kind of the sensation where it's like I'm kind of coasting through a little bit too easy. Just drop 5 pounds. Slow reps. 1, 2, 3. Drop 5 again. Couple more. Okay, no hesitation. Right away. 8. 1. 3. We got 9. The idea with this drop set is like you want it to be painful. So more than anything, I'm seeking the pain. And this, I think I underestimated the weight of this bar here. I estimated it to be like 25, 30 pounds, but I think it might be a little less. 9 reps. 1. Slow, slow, slow. Make it hard on yourself. 3. 4. That's the good stuff. Let's get one more. Let's drop 5 pounds again. Oh, 2.5. Skittered away on me. Okay, last one. Let's go crazy. Let's go for 10. Slow as possible. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, that's it. I'd give that workout like a 8 out of 10. Definitely had better sessions. In particular, the biceps at the end. I definitely would have liked to suffer a little more than I did, but not a bad pump. Standing under a light, so I think a lot of people don't realize how much big of a difference lighting can make. Under a good light and facing the camera into a mirror can make you look like somebody that you're not. But yeah, definitely reducing the weight a little bit, increasing the range of motion, slowing the tempo down on those explosive sets, I think is going to be better. Again, the fast explosive tempo I found to be really useful, absolute game changer, but I think I got a little bit carried away with it, so we're just drawing it pulling it back just a little bit to make it a bit more reasonable. And then, yeah, I didn't know how much that bar at the end weighed. So the biceps set was not amazing, but overall, pretty good workout. And you guys can let me know if there's like certain things, certain training things you want me to talk about during the workout. I'm just kind of rattling off things that I'm thinking about and focusing on. And my hope is that kind of sharing like a glimpse into my world and my workouts, you can pick something up from it to apply to your own training. So yeah, hopefully you learned something. That's the arm session. Not a lot of mobility today, just because one of the previous uploads was like me rambling for 25 minutes about mobility and shit. So I'm not gonna do that again. I guess I'll go. Tarps off, even though we're still working on the diet. I think I might have lost like a pound, which is not gonna be noticeable. Still around 200, and we need to get down, I think, to about 195 before my abs will be visible again. But regardless, this is what the physique looks like from the side. There you go. Have a great fucking day, motherfuckers. Okay, this spot over here underneath a light and in the mirror, I can show you the difference of how much different your physique can look, how much better you'll look. So you're on social media and you're seeing people taking videos and pictures, me included, with a sick pump under great lighting into the mirror. It will make you look infinitely more jacked than you would if you had no pump in regular lighting, not into the mirror. But regardless, it's kind of fun to try to maximize your gains and see how impressive you can make your physique look. But should know that what you see online is not necessarily super indicative of what somebody's physique might look like if you just saw them on a regular day in person. But let's see here. See, now the abs are coming, but it's just this last little, I think about 5 pounds of fat. If I lost that, I'd be pretty happy. It's close, but I just don't quite have in the back. Pull the waist in, show the back up. There just isn't like the definition here, right? You can kind of see it there too. All right, that's enough of that. Peace out, motherfuckers.